Hello and welcome to workout 1 of Elevate Your Life. Let's get started with a warm-up and some gentle stretches. Standing up nice and tall, feet are rooted into the ground. You're going to take a deep breath in, sweeping the arms up overhead and extending down, hinging at the hips and letting your arms sway. Cleansing the air around you, opening up your chest and front side as you stretch and lengthen your posterior chain. Getting into a nice rhythm, inhaling as you sweep up and exhaling as you hinge forward. Inhale, sweep up, exhale, hinge. Finding a nice flow, opening up and stretching the backside of your body, lengthening the front. Shake it all out and we're going to start twisting. Gentle torso twists, adding some rotation along the spine, along the obliques. Just let your arms sway. Try to rock up onto the toes, lengthening through the front of your thigh and hip flexors. And we're going to take it to overhead torso twists, opening up the side body a little bit more. Nice, easy stretches. Just getting the blood moving, the heart rate pumping. Now you're going to hug one knee to chest, just alternating. We're loosening up the pelvis, the hip flexors, the inner thighs, the glutes, and the hamstrings, getting ready for our workout. Belly button into the spine, chest is lifted, finding your balance, and let's begin. Our workout 1 is a pretty basic circuit. We have 4 motions. So we're starting with squats. And I want you to bring your feet shoulder width apart, slightly turned out at the toes. You're going to drop your glutes back. Weight stays in the heels as you keep your chest lifted, abs in tight, belly button to spine, letting your knees track out over your toes. Ideally, the depth of your squat, your butt is getting down below your knees. And your goal is to get 25 high quality ass to grass, they're called squats. Keeping your chest lifted, shoulders back, back is nice and straight. Feeling the length and the strength of your abs, keeping your chest lifted. Legs are burning, driving through the heels to stand, squeezing your butt at the top. Our second motion is a walk-out plank with a knee tap. So go ahead and take a nice little stretch, and then you're going to hinge forward. Hands come down to the floor in front of your feet. Walk yourself out into a plank. Tap one knee and then the other, and then walk yourself back until you can touch your toes. Now you're not going to stand up in between each rep. I want you to stay down. Just a quick toe tap and then walk right back out. And your goal is to get your knee to make contact with your elbow each time, strengthening the abs while you stretch and strengthen your arms, your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, strengthening the front of your body, your anterior chain, as you lengthen the posterior chain. This is sneakily hard, so just keep going. If you need to modify, you can always do less than 10, but 10 will be your goal for this circuit. Keeping your back flat on your plank, glutes are squeezing, belly button to spine, and breathe. Maintaining good form for each rep. Okay, on our last one. Amazing. You guys did great. Our third motion of this circuit is a single leg balance and reach, and your goal is to do 15 reps per side. So find a nice flat surface, stand up nice and tall. You're standing on one foot, and I want a slight bend in that knee, and then you're going to hinge from the hip, reaching with your opposite hand down towards that foot, ideally making contact with your toes. But if you feel too much of a stretch, don't let your back bend. Just go down to where it feels comfortable and you're feeling the activation in that hamstring and glute of the standing leg. And so I like to think about keeping my body nice and flat And I'm just hinging from the hips, reaching down with that opposite hand, strengthening and lengthening that left calf, hamstring, glute, lower back, obliques. When you finish 15 on one side, you can go ahead and switch to the opposite leg. Again, standing up nice and tall, a slight bend in the right knee. And now you are hinging from the hips, reaching down with the left hand, trying to make contact with those right toes, making sure that your back stays flat, chest is lifted, shoulders are back, belly button is pulled into the spine, and you are feeling that activation through the back of the right leg. Letting your left leg float up behind you, just hinging from the hips, stretching, lengthening, strengthening, and increasing your coordination, your neuromuscular strength, your balance. This is so important. And our fourth and final exercise of this circuit is a plank with a shoulder tap. So you're going to assume a fully outstretched plank with your arms. Feet are shoulder width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. Now, keeping your hips as flat as you can, I want as little movement, as little sway, as little rock side to side. You're going to pull your belly button into your spine, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads, squeeze your hamstrings, and then alternating, tapping one shoulder at a time. And you're going for 10 on each side, and that's the end of our circuit. Your goal will be to repeat this entire circuit 3 times. Or if you want more of a challenge, you can do as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes and just track how many rounds you get each week. Go ahead and cool down with some gentle stretches. I like doing some seated stretches, some twisting, opening up my obliques and my side body, getting those ribs open. But go ahead and listen to your body and do whatever feels best for you. I love getting a nice little twist, rotation, anything that feels super tight, any place that you are storing tension in your body, just go ahead and take the time now to give it some love, give it some mobility, give it some healing. Letting your heart rate come back down. Had a little visitor on the beach this morning. I hope that you guys feel good and strong and proud of yourselves. After workout number 1, we are so proud of you and we can't wait to see you tomorrow.